Tram asked for a voluntary exit, but what could be the reason? What could be the reason for Tram asking for a voluntary exit? Because this came to me as a shock, because I did not expect. Among the people expected to ask for a voluntary exit, I never saw Tram coming, I'm not gonna lie. So now getting to know that he asked for a voluntary exit, like, it is so shocking, like, literally. Because first of all, I will take you back to when Nomy and Abi were said to have asked for a voluntary exit. He had a lot of statements to make. He talked about something like, you know why you came here? Why would you ask for a voluntary exit? Like, he had a lot to say, and it was form of a biased. They were biased statements. So now, knowing that himself, the Tram we know, the Gen Z Tram we know, asked for a voluntary exit. Like, it is kind of shocking, because I'm not gonna say it is something we saw coming, because the statements he made talking about, oh, why would they ask for a voluntary exit? Why did they come here? They should be knowing why they came here. Like, he made a few statements when Nomy and Abi had asked for a voluntary exit. So now today, knowing that it is him that asked for a voluntary exit, guys, it is too much. So what is the reason? Why would Trump ask for a voluntary exit? Personally, I would think I'll give a few, because at this point his reason is not clear, because he's doing his kumbaya, but then at some point I feel like it is a sympathy card he's trying to play, since most of the people who are up for eviction tomorrow have this strong personalities. They have one of the strongest strategies. So everybody in that house, everybody who is scared in that house, everybody who is up for eviction in that house is a little bit scared. So now Trump asking for voluntary exit, it is giving me the sympathy card. At the same time, it is giving me something like, okay, so he wants to be on that statement of his asking for for voluntary exit, so that when he's evicted tomorrow, that is only if he's evicted, some people will be like, oh, he already wanted to go home. Could that be his reason? Because we have to give every reason a benefit of a doubt. And another thing, guys, Trump, maybe, we've had Tram and Temi in this scenario, kissing, or this, on this, or this, on that. And, Tram was thinking, to him, he thought he was using, Temi for the, for the game. But then at the same time, Temi is also showing that she's the one using, Tram for the game. She's saying, oh, she's here to have fun, and she's having the fun. Could it be in any point that what he expected to be his game turned out to be Temi's game, and he feels like he cannot take it anymore? As I said, we are going to give every reason a benefit of a doubt, like, literally. Could that be that he feels like his game is no longer gaming, and now he feels like it is kind of stretching, like, literally, to now look at another game? Or it feels like he's, because it doesn't make sense. I'm trying to gather all possibilities as to why Trump asked for a voluntary exit. And there are also statements moving around, whether it's saying, oh, he misses his girl outside. Even when he was coming, his girl never wanted him to come. And I'll be like, he was the same person asking the people, or telling the people they know the reason as to why they came for the game. And Trump being a streamer, like, probably he came because of his streaming thing. So this point, like, literally, we are trying to gather, because we saw him in during the party. He was standing the whole party. Could it be that he did not like his outfit? He's just moody and everything is not going well. And another thing, guys, I want us to give this benefit of a doubt. I don't think Trump has won anything, apart from maybe group-wise. But then I don't think Trump has won anything. No head of house. No, I think he has not won arena games. If they're there, maybe they could be in a group, but I've not seen him win. And maybe that could also discourage somebody. People who are used to winning, that only could also discourage this person, or this person could feel like whatever he's doing is not working out for him, and maybe or this. Because people who were speaking, they said during the day he was okay, he was jazzing and doing this and doing that, and we also that. But then for them to come to evening after the task and he's asking for voluntary exit, like, it sparks something like, oh, he's maybe discouraged because he has not won anything. That would also be a benefit of a doubt, because we have to look at all possible reasons, like, literally, why would he ask for voluntary exit. Because Trump has been talking about how he's smart, how he's intelligent. He would never let people play on his mind. He can never let people, get to him. He controls his emotions, or this and this. Could it be a personal reason? Because at this point, when he says, oh, he has been meaning to ask for the exit, he's tired, he's this, what could be the reason? Is it because he's not winning? He's losing in most of these games, arena games, head of house games, and everything? Or is it because he feels like the housemates in the house do not like him? What could be the reason? Because we had immunity this week, and a number of people had immunity, but then he was never saved. Could it be he feels like people do not like him in the house? Everything is not aligning up, because he's a strong guy. We never saw it coming. We never saw him ask for a voluntary exit. So I don't know what you guys think, but then with me, I think everything doesn't make sense. Could it be that his game is not gaming? Temi has changed since he has known that also Temi's play is using him for the game, and his game is now not gaming. Feels like he cannot change. He feels like he's stuck with his game. Or could it be that, he wants to play the sympathy card in a part whereby when he's evicted tomorrow, people will be like, okay, at the end of the day, he wanted to go home? Or could it be that he's stressed about not winning anything, so he feels discouraged, he feels like he can no longer, like the game is no longer gaming for him? Or could it be about the outfit? What is going on with Tram? Like literally, what do you think is going on with Tram? Like literally, could it be he misses his girl outside because he's married outside, just like I said? Could it be that he's, everything? We need to give anything a benefit of a doubt. I don't know what you people think, but those are the possible reasons that I have. I don't know. You can judge yours in the comment section. Why do you think Tram would ask for a voluntary exit, like literally? Anyway, leaving Tram aside, let's go to Nomy. So guys, Nomy was having a conversation where he talked about, because everybody, the house is on tension, everybody's stressed about, tomorrow's eviction. And, Nomy was talking about, what if the head of house, who is Abi, was asked to replace some of the people, since some were given immunity. And guys, I felt like jumping and telling Nomy, you guessed it right. Because Nomy Abi replaced some people. That is to say, Abi replaced, they had to save, and they saved 2 people, and that was Bells and Bluthopia. And who did they replace them with? Araga and Yusuf. And Aiko, but Aiko is a gambit. Definitely he still has that immunity. I cannot wait to see how tomorrow looks like, because Nomy said she knows there is a twist. And yes, probably, baby girl, you guessed it right, there is a twist. So I feel like tomorrow will be shocking if Yusuf or Araga goes home, because we see Godessa wants to be comforted about tomorrow. Literally everybody who is up for eviction is stressed. And the way these housemates are talking about Gerard, it feels like Gerard is already comfortable. He already knows he's the one going home, because every housemate is talking about, oh, he's the one going home, or this, or this, or that. And for Kevo said, oh, he will feel bad if Gerard goes home. That is when he will now know that Nigerians do not like intelligent people. Mr. Kevo, I like Kevo, but I don't like the way, and I've observed that they will show us, or he will have something to say about eviction every after, the Saturday, link up party. He will always have those statements. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Because I feel like, play your game. These things of projecting. Anyway, it is what it is. And for Cassie has even already put up his, Cassie has the BBNaija, is it box thing? He has some money. And he said, oh, if he goes, he's going to give some of his money to the housemates, or his guys, the people he feels like are his people in the house that do not have the money, like they do not have the BB box. At this point, I'm like, why is everybody stressed about eviction? And it is the way I'm going to feel if Araga or Yusuf, because for them, they're comfortable. They know they have the immunity. I don't know how they will feel in case they're the ones that will be evicted. I don't know how that twist will treat them. That literally, I don't know, guys. I don't know what you think about these housemates, but the house is on tension. And now let's talk about Flora and Oyin. Guys, let's all admit Flora and Oyin, even though they are these, Pepe girls, let's say they are one of the good people you can have. Because tell me why they came and comforted, Tram. They came and told him he should know the reason as to why he came. He knows why he came. He shouldn't leave. He should face it, be a man, this, like literally encouraging him not to leave. And I'll be like, those are good girls. Like, they are good friends. They may not be, because Flora said, oh, Tram may not look at her as a friend. And I'm like, girl, nobody's your friend. Just comfort a person. And I'll give them their flowers. They're one of the people that will always advise all the housemates that are asking for voluntary exit. We pray Tram does not go. I don't know. So we should agree that Flora and Oyin are one of the good people in that house. Because the way they were comforting Tram, and I was like, okay, would Tram do the same with them? Because I feel like Tram would throw, you know, Tram's words will come sharp, sharp. I feel like if it was them asking for it, I know Tram would throw a statement like, you know why you're here? Why are you asking? Like, you know how Trump can be, you know how the Gen Z vibes can be. But it is what it is. I feel like they are good people. And it was the way Sheeba was crying. Sheeba was asking, please. Like, Sheeba feels like Trump asking for that voluntary exit is being so selfish. And yes, because he went ahead to explain to him that you do not know people who are supporting you out there. You do not know people who like you inside the house. You do not know how everybody feels about you. Like, that is being selfish. And yes, that is being selfish. Like, you have, you know, fans outside who are busy rooting for you. They're on the same journey with you, and for you decide to step out, you decide to, you know, to leave. If it is not a personal reason or medical reason, me personally, I feel like it is being selfish, because you cannot put people, you have fans there, you have friends inside the house, and they forget that there are people inside the house who also look up to them, be like, okay, at least let me be here because this person is here. How can you just ask for voluntary exit? Like, you know, Sheeba is not getting it right, but it is what it is. Tram is asking for whatever he's asking, but you know, people are trying to comfort him. And I'm not going to say it is Tram who is not okay only. It feels like all the housemates who are up for eviction are on pressure. I don't know how Yusuf and Araga feel for the, as they're feeling comfortable. Guys, they're also up for eviction. We don't know what tomorrow brings, but you know, Tram is already moody, is already up. This asking for voluntary exit. We hope he does not call. But anyway, you can drop what you think is the reason for him asking for voluntary exit in the comment section. Anyway, guys, let's now talk about Flora and Oyin case Wahara eggs. Anyway, Flora and Oyin are not planning on leaving, you know, this thing of the eggs. So somebody stole their eggs as they were, you know, when they had called them in the launch, and now they are talking about they will show the whole house shaggy if somebody will took the eggs, or nobody will cook eggs in that kitchen. I'm like, settle, please. These girls, we don't know who took the eggs, but whoever took the eggs should bring them back, because it looks like this week will be chaos if they don't get their eggs. Looks like they will hide all the food. They will do something about these housemates if they do not bring back their eggs. Anyway, leaving that aside, let's now talk about Keivo's conversation. I think Keivo, Nomi, and a little bit of Aiko. So Nomi told Keivo that Keivo moves a little bit weird, like he's a little bit weird. Like sometimes Keivo moves like a 24-year-old, but then he's a 28-year-old person. Me personally, I would say Keivo does not look like his age. Like, if he does not tell you he's 28, you will never guess he's 28. Like, literally, you won't know he's 28. And I'm going to say, as I feel like he lives his age, like he behaves like his age, but sometimes the game will push you to the limit. Sometimes the situation, I feel like some people are disappointed with this thing of the shoe, but then, you know, it is a game. Like, even when, like, it is what it is a game. Literally, you have to put something out there. Sometimes people will push you to the wall and they will get, you know, that part out of you. May I feel like, you know, I feel like people never behave according to their age. I feel like someone's behavior is not about their age. I feel like it is about how the society, how the environment, or how life gets to them. That is how I feel about people behaving, not with their age. And another thing, going now to Keivo, something about the gambit came up, and this is when Keivo now told Aiku and Nomi that he feels 75%. He feels like Aiku is the gambit. And his reason is, on their first introductions, the way everybody was eager to listen, you know, to Aiku. And also for the fact that Aiku's personality is one that everybody is eager to listen to. And I think also the way, you know, the way his speeches, the way they come out, for him, he feels like Aiku is the gambit. And it may not be about his personality, because we voted him. I think something about Kaivo that he guesses that he's, is the gambit. Yes, he's the gambit, but then I would say yes, he's the gambit, but then the reason is not the right reason because he was just voted to be, the gambit. And it was the way Ike was asking reason, like questions, and I'm like, guy, you're the gambit. There is no need of asking, reasons, the why, the don'ts, the this, the this, the this. Like, you're the gambit. Anyway, let's now talk about Ricky. Ricky is trying to pull Faith's strategy. How? So Ricky talks about, Ricky's going around warning people how he's not going to speak tomorrow, so he's not going to be wearing his microphone. At this point, I'm like, Ricky. So Ricky wants to play the, Faith strategy, because I remember last season, Faith also, there was I think Faith went for, is it 3 days or 2 days without speaking? And I'm like, what's wrong with Ricky? So now the strategy of, ships, all this has failed. Now he just wants to switch to not speaking. Ricky. Ricky has suffered in that house. So the only way, because remember Sheeba told him to change the strategy, like to re-strategize. So now the only way Ricky felt like he can re-strategize is not speaking. A big Ricky, a big. But anyway, it is what it is. I don't know what you guys think about him. Do you think his strategy of not speaking will work for him? Because for me, I feel like Ricky always has, some bombshell to put out there. He always feels like he will tell you something at some point. So I don't know whether it will be a successful mission of him, of him not speaking or saying something. But for me, I feel like it will not work. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't know what you guys think. And those who have been asking me about the party, I'm gonna say I did not enjoy the party. At some point, the party was boring. Like, yes, the DJ was okay. The DJ was nice. I enjoyed. I danced. But the housemates, it feels like themselves, are they the boring people? Do I find them boring in the parties? I feel like this season does it only. I feel like this season only has Soltex and maybe a little bit or 20% of Godisa. Otherwise, the other housemates, they feel like the parties are not something now this season. I feel like the parties are not something I'm excited about, because there is nothing like literally to be excited about in the parties. And we saw Araga and Godesa case during the party, it is not something new. Then we saw Kaivo moving around to the so-called ships, and he was always trying to observe them like this. I'm like, Kaivo, are you trying to separate these ships like a big I don't know, but then there is a way he was moving to ships and he would stand in between, try to look at it, and I'm like, Kaivo, what are you even doing, literally? Because to me it felt like, is he trying to separate the ships, or he does not want anything to happen? Otherwise, guys, I don't know what you think about today's not pool party, today's link up party and everything. And do you think Ricky's strategy will work for him? Because to me, I feel like it is not going to work. There is no way Ricky will spend a full day without speaking. And about Tram's voluntary exit, what do you think could be the reason as to why Tram asked for, a voluntary exit? Because everything does not make sense to me. This came as something shocking, because to him, the way he was making statements after Nomy and Abi had asked for voluntary exits, it wasn't making sense. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. I love it so much. And guys, let's go on and guess which housemate do you think is going home tomorrow? Because everybody is stressed, everybody is on tension, everybody feels like maybe they are the ones going home. Which housemate do you think will be going home tomorrow? Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section. I love you so much, guys. Bye.